All right, just so we're all clear, I'm house sitting at the moment. If my microphone sounds different, it sounds different. If it doesn't, then this part makes no sense. I'm sorry. Have you ever thought, dude, I really love my arms being forcefully Thanos snapped from my body in a genre of gaming designed around interactivity and feeling present in the game world? Well, look no further than... As we all know, Left 4 Dead is a monumental title that has shaped the way us gamers have perceived the zombie shooter. Also, not to ignore the fact that it's made by Valve, and obviously Valve has the Midas touch, so are we really surprised that Valve makes good games? I mean, dude, I can't wait to get headshotted in Dust 2. Now in AK ultra high res HDR spin me around and me technology. But hold that thought, Left 4 Dead 2 is not only one of the best zombie horde shooters that's still popular to this day, but now has this super cool and futuristic, whoa man, it really is life-size, called virtual reality that lets us Breaching Breachers fans see this game in a way we've never seen before. Now, for the younger crowd who doesn't know about this game, it's like Fortnite, but like, actually good.
Yes! Hell yeah!
Hey, baby girl. You looking mighty fine. You want to head back to my place?
Yeah, baby, only on one condition.
What's that, sugar plum?
You join Viewie's Hot Gamer Club to talk with Viewie and other gamers like himself.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for real. He also has a Patreon, and for only $5 a month, you can get an exclusive chat, behind-the-scenes content, and gamer events with other patrons.
Damn, I really need to join. I need to join this motherfucker. For real. Thanks, G. See you soon.
This is my own private domicile, and I will not be harassed.
Look, we all already know how great Left 4 Dead 2 is. Why do we need to cover it in a full section? Made in 2009, Left 4 Dead 2 is, that's right, class, the sequel to the first game. Very good. Go get a popsicle from the cooler. Good job, pal. Left 4 Dead 2 was released for the PC as well as the Xbox 360 and Mac OS. Ew, gross, ew. I mean, Steve Jobs was pretty cool, but ew, gross, ew, L plus cringe ratio, both. Basically, to summarize the gameplay of Left 4 Dead 2, you have to work together as a team to fight a horde of zombies and reach the safe room at the end of the level. This seems easy, but go up in difficulty, and if you have some dog-shit-ass teammates, things can get pretty difficult. Even to a seasoned Left 4 Dead 2 player, the game never ceases to be a challenge due to the use of procedurally generated AI that can change the flow of your run each time you go through it. So even though you might get used to a certain area one time, it's still a surprise whether or not you'll have it easy next time you boot up the game. It's really hard to explain in proper detail just how crazy this game can be sometimes. If you're doing really well, that AI thing I was talking about before, it'll see that you're doing really well for yourself, and then whoops, surprise, this is I Am Legend, and Will Smith isn't around to legend his way out of there. I didn't watch that movie. Now, to have a zombie horde shooter, you need to shoot guns, just go pew pew to win the game. And these weapons do not disappoint. Something as small as the pistol to a bigger weapon like the shotgun all feel insanely impactful to use. Even a weapon that isn't a gun still feels amazing to use and does have the benefit of being used as to not waste ammo or to cut through small crowds of zombies. The gameplay loop, weapons, enemies, everything feels fresh each time you boot into Left 4 Dead 2. And I haven't touched on multiplayer or mod support. Thanks to the Steam Workshop, I can fight zombies with Shrek, Deadpool, and in the same game as Lara Croft and Trevor from GTA 5. There really is nothing like this anywhere else but Left 4 Dead 2. And again, the multiplayer in this game, the fact that I can set off a car alarm on purpose to piss off my friend, not help him at all in fighting the horde, and then ask for a revive 5 minutes later is the funniest shit in the world to me. But with an immersive technology like VR, Left 4 Dead in VR would be a good thing, right?
Pride in your ego. You just had to be the man.
Now, not to throw anyone off, this isn't officially made by Valve. It's made by two modders, SD805 and Elvis Steen Jr. And I don't want this review to say that these two didn't work hard on this mod. I have a basic understanding of mapping and source, and Jesus Christ, can that be tedious sometimes? So I could only imagine trying to get 6 degrees of freedom and enough depth perception to fit the thick dick daddy boomers in this game. So don't get me wrong, they're both extremely talented to get this project up and going. But if you're going into this mod with the same expectation as something like the Half-Life 2 VR mod, I'm just going to keep this real honest and say they're so far apart it's almost not comparable to judge them. In VR, you'd expect at least a certain level of interactivity, things like picking up objects with your 2 hands, doing things with 2 hands, and overall just having 2 hands, right? First things first about this mod, you do have a small amount of motion controls, but I would not expect Boneworks level of interactivity. And to the one comment who's going to be like, oh, why would you expect that as a mod? I didn't, okay? Go to timeout, Billy. We'll talk about this after class. This is a bare necessity for me in VR. Nothing wrong with basically playing flat screen games with just a VR headset to look around. But when I go to play VR games, I want to play them in a fully VR environment. Not some half-baked minus the Dave Chappelle and instead replaced with me, better Dave Chappelle. This is a dumb joke. But then when you think that's bad, you don't get to pick things up normally either. Wow, that's so cool. You have to press B on the controller and your character forces his hands up despite what you're doing. So you're left standing there wondering why the f I strapped an Android phone to my face just to play a laggy version of Left 4 Dead 2? Oh, that's right. This mod is a pain in the ass to get working correctly. First of all, you have to put all the files in the right folder. Not hard at all if you've modded games before. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have a certificate in IT. Thanks for asking. But after that, you have to have these launch options, which again, not bad. But then you also need to make sure that your graphics settings before you install the mod are compatible. And if you don't do any of this right, you'll either crash before starting the game or have a significant amount of your vision being obstructed and therefore can't see. I really hope that wasn't too hard on the devs of this mod. Again, you're all way more talented than I am. But I just gotta be honest, for real, on God, brother, this ain't a proper VR game. Thank you to our mega rich patrons, Y Chris, Red Niel, Chat Biscuit, Cammy, The Russian Reject, Benjamin, Lunaris, and Only Mints. And of course, thank you to our dollar patrons as well. Maybe if we all boycott Counter-Strike 2, we can convince Valve to drop Half-Life 3 already.
Okay, cool. I learned not to hit the...
So you said that right as I clicked on
I learned not to hit the red... Oh, charger?
Oh, shit, no.